Hi, I'm Bob Pollock with Penn State Cooperative Extension, and we are here today at Musser's Garden Center. And Christine is with us, and she works here in the Garden Center. And we are going to share some planting tips with you today. We're in the greenhouse, and we just wanted to talk a little bit about using annuals, especially potted annuals. There are a lot of different options these days with annual plants that can provide a lot of color during the summer months. And there are all different sizes and kinds of pots that you can use. This would be an example of a wire basket, and this can be, you can set that on a table or you could hang it with a hanger. You can get them that are lined with natural materials like this. Of course, there's always clay pots which add a nice accent, and then we also have very large containers that you can use. So it's quite an opportunity to just look at the different sizes and colors and kinds of pots that can add value to your landscape and your patio. So pick something that you like. And then there are also a lot of different annuals these days with lots of color. Today we're just going to use the example of petunia. And then we've got a nice exotic colorful foliage plant that we'll use in the center of this pot. And we'll just show you an example of something that you can do for your patio. Soils, we're going to use some potting soil that they use here at Musser's to show you how to do this. If you go to, you can also purchase potting soil, and there's a lot of variety of potting soils these days. This particular one is perfect for indoor and outdoor plants, and it also contains fertilizer, as does the soil that we're already using today. So either way, lots of options with potting soil. We'll just put a little soil in the pot here. Your plants will come in a variety of sizes, but this is typical. When we're finished, we want to have enough soil in the bottom of the pot so when we plant the plants, they'll be just about flush with the surface of the container. All right. And then I'll get some help here so that we can do this right. Faster. And faster, that's true. It does take a little bit of soil to do this with, but that's good. Most of these soils have a variety of ingredients in there, but one nice thing about them is that they're very light. So once you get the plants planted, and even if you use a very large planter, the soil is not going to add a lot of weight to it, and that's a good thing. But there's an example of what you can do. It doesn't take very much time, but this will add color all summer in your garden and continue to bloom and look pretty. Now, one of the things about these potting soils is they dry out quickly. So you do have to pay attention to watering. So it's good to soak them right after you get the plants planted. Give them a good soaking. And then you'll probably, if they're out in a sunny location, and these are plants that will do well in a sunny location, you will have to water them at least once a day. Yes. And maybe more often, yeah. Depending on the site.
And some different containers also have different watering needs. Some you may need to water more often. Some have a natural material that holds water a little better. So that can be something to keep an eye on, right, too.
Yeah, and this particular type of container, you do have to watch pretty closely. They will dry out probably faster than what the clay pot will. The clay pots will absorb some of the moisture a little bit and can last a little bit longer between waterings. So you just have to adapt to that depending on the situation. And with any of these potted plants, a lot of times you're trying to pick plants that are going to grow well together. Okay, that's kind of important. If you want to have a hanging basket, these petunias are going to tend to droop down and give you a nice hanging basket appearance with the foliage that comes down over. This is going to stay a little bit more upright and keep the center filled. But try to pick plants that are going to work together and also have similar light conditions. You can make a shady container, you can make a sunny container, or a partial sun, partial shade, but just remember that when you're selecting plants.